This video was sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Oh, hey everyone, Zane the computer hacky guy here. I'm not actually hacking any mainframes right now because they're all taking the holidays off. I'm just making sure my typing speed stays above 1,000 lines of computer code per second. Thing is though, the man doesn't take the holidays off. Websites are still tracking your every move and selling all your data off to giant corporations so they can sell you more Christmas stuff. That's why no matter what time of year it is, I use Surfshark VPN. Surfshark allows you to use the internet on your phone or PC with anonymity, stopping websites from mining you for your sweet chestnutty data. And on top of that, it even lets you get around region locks so you can stream content that's exclusive to specific regions. If you do a lot of traveling abroad, this means you'll never go without your favorite shows. So this Christmas, give the gift of Surfshark. For a limited time, you can head to surfshark.deal/Arlo and enter the promo code ARLO to get a whopping 84% off and 4 whole months completely free. Stick it to the man and say, I won't be advertised to at every moment of every day. I won't be your sheep for the culling. I won't take part in this corporatized smorgasbord of materialism and avarice. May your Christmas be merry and bright. Happy holidays. Bless you. You hear me in the paper? Hello, my wonderful friends, and welcome to another edition of the Nintendo News Roundup. I sincerely hope that you are doing well today. We've got some fun news and some less fun news this week, so let's get started. Last night, at the time of this recording, was the Game Awards, and that gave us probably the biggest news of the week. There was a certain character reveal for a certain game that completely blew me away, took me aback, changed my life forever, and it is, of course, Swedish Chef coming to Overcooked. Of course I was gonna make the joke. If you watched the Game Awards last night, you know I was gonna make that joke. You probably saw it coming. I'm nothing if not predictable. No, it was Sephiroth. Sephiroth is coming to Smash. There's nothing really I can say right now that I didn't say in my my reaction and discussion video. But naturally, that was very, very exciting news for a whole lot of people. I know there are plenty of people who are less into it, but that's, I mean, literally every Smash reveal ever is gonna be that way. There are gonna be people who disagree about it. I personally thought it was super duper cool. He's a very iconic villain, and I don't know. It's just cool. And interestingly enough, he's coming this month. I really thought they would need a little more time, but I guess they've been holding these announcements so close to the chest. It says he's coming December, so sometime in the next couple weeks, we will get Sephiroth. So that's cool. So other Game Awards stuff, Animal Crossing New Horizons won Family Game of the Year, surprising no one at all. I mean, it was basically a lock. It was up for Game of the Year, but it lost to Last of Us Part 2. I'm a little tiny bit disappointed. Just my opinion here. Just between those two games, one was made by a studio that horribly abused its employees, was pretty critically divisive, and didn't really carry that much hype after launch, and the other was almost universally deemed the perfect pandemic game, sold several times more copies, took over the entire internet for months, and even today is still being played and is selling like gangbusters. But who am I to judge? I know a lot of people call me a salty Nintendo fanboy for that. I really don't actually care that much. Game Awards, any award show, is pretty ridiculous. I just thought, I don't know. I should just move on. There are a lot of controversies and stuff in the game industry, but when it comes to employee abuse, that's kind of where I draw the line right there. So anyway, elsewhere in the Game Awards, they had a pretty cool little like Mario orchestral piece by the Philharmonic Orchestra playing at the famous Abbey Road Studios. They could not help but remind us every time. It was a little bit short, but it's definitely worth a listen. It's very fun anytime a real symphony orchestra does silly video game music. I do enjoy that. Also within the show, Nintendo showed a new trailer for Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Weirdly enough, there's nothing new in it. I don't really know why they cut together a brand new trailer to show at the Game Awards, and it still didn't give us any new information on Bowser's Fury. It's just kind of another trailer based on the stuff that we already know. I don't really get it, but there you go. Also at the show, Capcom revealed a new Ghosts and Goblins game, of all things. And also, they're releasing this big Capcom Classic collection with all of the classic like arcade games. Apparently it's going to be like a free download, and then you can like purchase. It's basically like a virtual console service, except well, no, it is like a virtual console service because you buy the individual titles They got a whole bunch of stuff on offer, so I'm sure that's very, very cool for classic Capcom enthusiasts. It's yet another one of those things where it's like, okay, Nintendo, if you're not doing it, we'll just do it. I mean, you know, Sega Ages is doing it. Capcom, everyone's just kind of got to deal with their own classic stuff because Nintendo's not super interested in making it a big thing. So I don't know. So that's it for the Game Awards. And now we come to what I would not like to make into a segment, but it's kind of like becoming its own segment called Nintendo Does More Mean Stuff. Got a good number of related stories here. I don't even actually, I can't even go all the way into this. I kind of want to make a video for it, but I don't even know what I would say. It's hard to really say a lot about this. Basically, I've got 3 stories here. Okay, first, Nintendo was holding their big Splatoon 2 Open, the North American one, and they were going to stream it, and they ended up canceling the stream. No reasons were given, so naturally people have been led to believe that it's because a lot of the players had hashtag Save Melee in their names, and so obviously anybody watching the stream would see the hashtags all over the place. That is the theory. It is technically not confirmed, but no one can think of a better reason. So that stinks. Definitely stinks. I mean, I can sort of almost see Nintendo's point of view here, but at the same time, they're fighting a battle that's not going to get any better. Anyway, yeah. So the next one, someone made a bunch of custom Joy-Con shells with a fancy little logo. Basically, it was a whole thing honoring Etika, and they were selling these for charity. All the proceeds were going to go to charity, and Nintendo shut it down because of the logo is copyrighted and it was too close to the actual logo, so they shut down that charity thing. And then, even on top of all that, Gilva Sunner is a pretty prolific uploader of Nintendo music on YouTube, and about a year ago, they were hit with a bunch of copyright claims and had to take down a bunch of the music, and I even made a whole video about it. You can go find that if you want to hear my stance on that. And so now, a year later, they're basically reporting that a whole bunch of additional games, I don't know who makes these decisions or what games get flagged, but a whole bunch more very important Nintendo games have been flagged. That music is coming down too, so that's kind of an ongoing thing, and it's just funny coming in the same week, those 3 things together. Like I said, I can't really go that far into it, but the gist of it, yes, Nintendo is in the legal right, kind of. It's iffy on the whole free Melee thing, but that doesn't make it the right thing to do. Even as a business, even from the business standpoint, this is becoming a pretty big PR disaster. All of the tweets about anything with the Game Awards were all plastered with people being like, yeah, but Nintendo stinks now. So, I don't know, feels like they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot, but again, I don't know, I might do a video on it. I'm not really sure. It's a lot to chew on. But if I do make a video, then that will be you can watch it. You can watch the video. So anyway, moving on. Pokemon Company has revealed a new Pokemon Tcg set called Shining Fates, and this expansion will apparently feature 100 shinies. More than 100 shinies. A whole lot of shiny Pokemon cards, which is cool. I mean, it's actually really funny. It's a lot like the Sword and Shield DLC, where it's kind of like, let's just put a ton of legendaries. It's kind of a gimmick, but it's a fun gimmick. It's not even a gimmick I would fault them for. And so it's kind of like that. Oh, all the legendaries are here. And now it's just there's 100 different shiny cards. It's just fun. So that's kind of cool. An Etsy seller by the name of Pigmented is selling a whole bunch of carved wood, just like Nintendo stuff, game, little fake wooden game cartridges, game cases, Pokemon cards and stuff, and this is some really exquisite stuff here. So if you are interested in this kind of thing, I'm looking at some of these. I'm looking at that Charizard card, the 1000-year, oh man, that's really cool. You can purchase a great number of these things. On the store, it seems that a lot of people have these items in their cart, and I have no idea how this person is going to produce all of these fast enough, but I don't know. There you go. If you want to buy some cool, I mean, it's a little pricey, but it's really cool, custom stuff. It's really neato. It would make the perfect, probably late Christmas present. It seems that during 2020, Animal Crossing was one of the highest, most searched video games on Google. Though I must say, it is actually really surprisingly low on the list. Just like considering how big the buzz was, I'm surprised to not see it higher. I don't know, maybe it has something to do with the demographic of what kind of people are actually searching into Google versus doing something else. I don't really know. Speaking of Animal Crossing, a while back, Hellman's Mayonnaise was running a thing where you could go to their island and donate your spoiled turnips to them, and then they would in turn donate meals to a charity. Apparently they are doing it again, so if you have any spoiled turnips lying around, there you go. Go check this out. Give them your turnips. Demon Ex Machina has received another update. Apparently now the game supports cross-saves across the Switch and Steam versions. A lot of people don't remember that it does have a Steam version, but it has been given one. So it's, you know, it's not technically a full Nintendo exclusive, but I suppose it is a console exclusive. So that's why I'm reporting it to you here. Last week, Nintendo, they launched a pretty substantial Switch update, and apparently this week they kind of quietly dropped another one because apparently the previous update kind of broke some stuff. It introduced a lot of new bugs, and so this week they're kind of like sneaking in, you know, just to fix up some of those bugs there and fix all that, which is nice. Though Nintendo Life spotted something. Apparently the Switch now has a typo when when you are transferring a lot of photos. There's a little typo here, and the new update did not fix it. So at the time of this recording, there is still a horrible, awful, career-destroying typo in all of our Switches. Oh, when will the horror end? When will they fix this? What kind of goblin has been plaguing their word processors at Nintendo recently? All these typos. The November results are in, and apparently the Switch has now been the best-selling console in the US for 24 consecutive months, and that is even considering we just had the launches of a new PlayStation and a new Xbox. Of course, those launch numbers would have been higher, and they would have beat the Switch if they had more product, but they just didn't. They didn't have a lot of units. They all got bought immediately. It's still like impossible to get a PlayStation or an Xbox. But that is still impressive. It is still impressive because they obviously made as many as they possibly could, and they sold as many as they possibly could. That was still a pretty substantial number. And the Switch still beat them 24 months. How much longer is that going to go? We're going to start placing bets here. This is crazy. Speaking of Switch sales, this year the Switch has sold 1.3 million units in China, and apparently it has been on the market there for only 1 year, and its overall total is getting close to 4 million. This number is undoubtedly just going to keep increasing, and I mean, outsold PlayStation and Xbox, you know, by a pretty wide margin. So as people were saying recently, the market in China for the Switch is going to just keep growing and growing and growing, and I have no doubt at all that that is going to have a dramatic impact on Switch's overall numbers. You know, at one point we were all like, I don't know, is it going to hit 100? Not really sure. I think China's going to do it right there. That's going to become a really, really important territory for them. Like, if you're looking at hardware totals between all the major platforms, China might be enough to push Switch. I mean, like, if it is consistently outselling the competition, you know, by a wide degree, then that means that territory is going to be boosting their numbers, like, in total. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, they're going to do real well in China. That's what I'm saying. Finally, something good happening in March. Those Banjo-Kazooie, Terry, and Bilath Amiibo, which were kind of mysterious for a while. We didn't really know when they were coming. Apparently they are coming March 26th in the US, which is nice to finally get some confirmation on that. I really, really want that Banjo-Kazooie one, but we'll see if I'm able to find one. I get the feeling it is going to be quite in high demand. Okay, I'm reading the next story, and it's funny that I just said, finally something good is happening in March, because now this story is about Monster Hunter Rise. Apparently it's launching on the same day as the Amiibo, March 26th. That's pretty funny. So there's another good thing happening in March, not just bad things. Anyway, point is, Capcom revealed that the game would be getting a demo in January, which is very cool, except it will only be available for a limited time, which is less cool. I don't really understand that. If you think a demo is beneficial to selling your game, I don't really know why you wouldn't want to keep having a demo. I don't know, maybe like an online demo or something. Who knows? But there you go. You will soon be able to play Monster Hunter Rise in January, so that's cool. And finally, the UK is now getting its own Ring Fit Switch bundle, which is very cool for anybody in the UK who doesn't have a Switch and wants Ring Fit. I don't know what I'm Trying to make it into a big thing. There's a cool Ring Fit bundle. There you go. Well, that is it for this edition of the Nintendo News Roundup. If you would like to go down to the comments and discuss anything covered in this video, I kindly ask that you do so respectfully. I know I brought up some heated topics, so let's just take a deep breath, head on down there, have a nice little discussion about all of it, and I hope you're having a good holiday season. I know I'm having, it's all right, you know, things are the way that they are still, but you know, it's been pretty all right. It's fun. I'm enjoying the coziness aspect, I'd say, more than most years, you know, enjoying that, putting on cozy stuff on the TV, you know, putting on sweaters, that kind of thing, cozy, hot drinks, snuggle up a little cozy video game. Head on down to the comments and tell me what kind of cozy stuff are you doing. Tell me all the coziness. Just lay the coziness on me. Forget all that other stuff. Forget Last of Us and Free Melee and all that stuff. No. Only cozy discussion. Talk about what you're wearing, what you're drinking, what you're eating, what you're playing, what you're listening to. Go.